Talk, man. My observations from the week. We got our first trade this week, man. The Los Angeles Lakers making the first move, trading for former Washington Wizards forward Rui Hachimura. I hope I pronounced his name right. He has been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for 3 second-round picks in the future. I think it's 2024 picks. So it's pretty much a fuck you deal, honestly. Like there's nothing really. The Wizards just gave him up, pretty much. And also Kendrick Nunn was also in that deal. I actually really like this deal for the Lakers. I think it helps them a lot. I think this kid, he averaged 13 points this season so far, shooting 48% from the field. I think he can go out there and he can give something to this team. Now, the problem is Laker fans, a lot of national media, acting like they traded for Larry fucking Bird. And I think we need to calm down. Just because he's a Laker doesn't mean we got to lie about how good he is. I think the kid has some upside. I will be concerned about the Washington Wizards just letting him go really for nothing. But I think it's a good addition, and this Laker roster needs all the help they can fucking get. Now, this is interesting to me because Anthony Davis, now, of course, when you watch this, the game will have already been played, so I don't know if they beat the Spurs or not, but Anthony Davis will make his return against the Spurs. LeBron James is only 177 points away from breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record for the all-time scoring, so that's going to happen. But the Lakers right now, it's getting to the point where you can see the frustration in LeBron's face. There was a shot on him where you had Russell Westbrook and Dennis Schroeder arguing that they got straight up throttled by the Clippers. Clippers won 3 in a row. I was going to talk about them, but until they actually going like a 10-15 game run of everybody actually playing, I have nothing to say about that team. But the Lakers, I see a path here, man. And I think that they're going to trade these 2 picks they have that has been a holdup. I do think that Russell Westbrook will be traded. I don't know who's going to pick those picks up in Russell Westbrook, but I think there will be a deal to be made. And I think there's a team that we got to look at, and that team is the Toronto Raptors. I think Toronto Raptors have a decision time. Really, the entire league. To me, this is going to be one of the most entertaining, unpredictable trade deadlines we've seen in NBA history because the play-in game gives a lot of teams a lot of decisions about do they want to go all the way in or do they want to be able to just say, you know what, let's just tank and try to get Victor Wembanyama in the draft. We're going to see a lot of teams and what assets they're going to be able to give up. And I think there's going to be a team or 2-4 who will be willing to do some business with the Los Angeles Lakers. And I think the Lakers, if they can go out there and try to trade for a guy like a Fred VanVleet, or, a Gary Trent Jr. And also Fred VanVleet has also got, I think the Clippers should go look at it. Clippers need to go look at Fred VanVleet and maybe even hit Miami up, see what's up with Kyle Lowry, because I think they really need a point guard. But if they can go out there and they can get them one of those 2 and you add on Hachimura, and if you have, and this is the biggest thing, and it's at this point, it's not an if, it's just will it ever happen? If Anthony Davis can stay healthy, I think there's a path with a healthy LeBron James, with a healthy Anthony Davis, with Hachimura and all the guys on the team who's already been playing well. Thomas Bryant has been playing well. Dennis Schroeder has been playing well. And if you're able to get one more guy who can help you space the floor, I think this team can be a top 6 team in the West. And maybe they can upset a younger team. Like in a 7-game series, I know we all like the things, feel-good story, the Sacramento Kings. Are you putting money on them to beat a team with the healthy LeBron James and Anthony Davis? I'm not. You can maybe, Dallas as good as they are. Can Luka beat these 2 in a 7-game series? Now, I don't think that there's anything that is going to make the Lakers a title contender, but I do think that there's a path for them to not make a play-in game and then say, okay, in a 7-game series, we got 2 of the best players on planet Earth. Can you beat us 4 times? And I think that should be the goal, and then reassess in the offseason, man. So I really like this trade for the Lakers, and I do think this is going to be something that's going to help them in the long run. And I do think there's going to be another move that's going to happen at the deadline for the Lakers, man. So I'm really paying attention to them over these next couple of weeks. Number 2 thing I saw this week, my man Dame Lillard. We all love Dame Lillard. I don't know an NBA fan who doesn't like Dame Lillard. One of the most exciting players in the league. Been one of the most exciting players over the last decade. He has had some of the most fun and entertaining game winners. The dude is just all world. He needs to fucking leave. You got to leave, bro. I understand he's from Oakland. He's a loyal guy. He's a real dude. You know what he say? I'm not running for the grind. Well, my brother, it's time for you to run from the fucking grind. I'm tired of seeing this brother's talent just be wasted in fucking Portland. And I know they got a great fan base out there. It's a nice community. I know he just built a new house out there. He's got a family. I know it's not the easiest thing to do, but he's got to look himself in the mirror and ask himself, does he want to win championships? Does he want to compete for championships every year? You're not competing a championship on the Blazers. Shit, you're damn near not competing for fucking play-in right now. And the loss that I said they saw this that they had this past week against the Lakers, where they blew a 25-point lead at home with LeBron and that random roster they got over there, was just like the straw that broke the camel's back for me. And I really think that this guy needs to get out. Now, Portland's not going to really trade him. It's going to have to come down to Dame saying, you know what, I want this to happen. And we've been talking about this for the last couple of summers. Nothing's happened. I hope that he wakes up and smells the coffee and realizes that you're too great of a talent to be rotting away in Portland. And I want to see that guy on the winning team be over there and compete for championships. So, Dame, please, sign to all your fans. Get the fuck out of Portland, my guy. Now, going to wrap up my NBA talk with my favorite basketball team, Chicago Bulls. There comes a point in time, not just in sports, but in life, when people show you who they are, believe them. And I say this to all Chicago Bulls fans, not including myself, because I called all this shit in the offseason, by the way. I called all this shit in the offseason. This team just is who they are. They're mediocre. This is a team that was built to really skip a rebuild. When Arturas Karnisovas, Mark Eversley were hired in 2020, they pretty much reshaped this roster by going out there and signing DeMar DeRozan, go out there trading for Nikola Vucevic, and go out there signing Lonzo Ball, actually losing draft picks to try to sign Lonzo Ball. Now, I do feel like Lonzo Ball, if he was healthy, there's no doubt in my mind, if Lonzo Ball is healthy, this will be a top 4, top 5 team in the Eastern Conference. He just brings that different element. I think that Lonzo is like the point guard version of a Draymond Green. He means that much to this team. He facilitates the offense. He gets them easier shots. He's one of the best defenders on the team. He's one of the team's best three-point shooters. And I just think it brings a whole different element. But he's not coming back this year. I don't know when the hell he's coming back. I don't know if he will ever wear a Chicago Bulls uniform again. I hope he does. But we don't know. And this team just is who they are. For all of you players, all you fans just hoping they're going to, flip some switch and just be better than they are. No, they're not. Their ceiling is the play-in. They're stuck at the 10th seed right now. They could go up to 9th or 8th or something like that, because the other teams in front of them are just as mediocre. But stop thinking this team turned the corner. They had an opportunity on Wednesday after coming off 3 straight impressive wins, go on the road on a back-to-back to beat the Indiana Pacers team, who does not have their best player. Tyrese Halliburton is hurt. And to go out there and win and be able to put themselves in position to get a higher seed and be able to even have a chance to get into the top 6, to get that number 6 seed over Miami. And they just completely led an A, had a 21-point lead in the third quarter, blew it, and played some of the dumbest basketball I've seen in that fourth quarter. And hear me very clear. Zach LaVine is only a max player in dollars. He is not a max player. Zach LaVine is just a guy. He's just a guy. He's just a guy with cool offensive moves, and it is what it is, man. We need to stop hoping that he's better than he is. I was one of the people who said that he's better than Devin Booker. He has the skill to be better than Devin Booker, but he's not. He's not better than Devin Booker. He's not even the best player on his own damn team. It's DeMar DeRozan. Zach LaVine's not that guy. He had 6 turnovers last night. A lot of bonehead-ass turnovers in the fourth quarter. And for a guy who's come out here and complaining about not getting the ball in the fourth quarter, there's a reason why you don't get the ball in the fourth quarter, because you play like a fucking dickhead. So this is something that I'm just fed up with the way he's been playing. And the Bulls really had no choice but to give him the money. You couldn't go out there and let him walk for nothing after you traded Jimmy Butler, who was the cornerstone of your franchise before. You had to pay him. And it just is what it is. It's not something where I look at they shouldn't have paid him. No. But he's just not that guy. And this is a decision right now where the Bulls just have to figure it out. Because I don't think there's any massive trade out there that's coming. I guess they could trade Vucevic because he's going to be a free agent this offseason. And I don't see them sign him to a long-term deal. And Vucevic is having a really good season, which I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about. I feel like a lot of people go off the Twitter narrative. And if I got to hear about that Wendell Carter Jr. trade one fucking time, Wendell Carter Jr. wasn't and is not currently better than Nikola Vucevic. Yes, you can talk up here about the draft picks. Yes, that makes the deal look a little worse than it did. But I still real honestly have no regrets about that deal. And it's a situation right now where they could trade Nikola Vucevic, because I don't think his stock is going to be any more higher than he is right now. But I don't even really see that happening. I don't see a Jerry Reinsdorf. If I know anything about Jerry Reinsdorf, cheap ass, I don't see him taking a team where he gave a player the biggest contract he's given out in his entire history as a sports owner, not just with the Bulls, but with the White Sox, and then set up for a rebuild, especially in a rebuild where they don't even 100% own their first round pick for next year. So I don't see that happening. The Bulls are mediocre. I think they will make the play in. They might win a playoff game. Shit, they might not. They might lose. But this is a team is at the crossroads where I feel like a decision needs to be made this offseason. But Bulls fans, it is what it is. I haven't gotten mad over any loss they've had this season because I saw it coming. It's accepted in your heart. This team is mediocre, and that's just who they're going to be. Move the hell on.